putting the container there and building on top of it.
Exactly.
Like two containers and they build that or next to each other. So it's an interesting concept. I think Detroit was doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So let's see if actually it's. I'm wondering if Jim will be able to tell. So this APN right here.
Got it.
Okay.
Right, that's when you determine if is there another parcel that belongs to the persons or not, or to belong to this property or not.
Okay.
So you got to go look into the assessors or the county's property office, and then you'll be able to. So that's one, right? But it's a 2-bedroom one. So is the square footage is wrong, that right? Because you said they have an addition.
Yeah, he said it's like 860 square feet.
Okay, but it looks like, look at this. Like, look at the lot's square footage. It looks like it's bigger than the others. So
Yeah.
that leads me to say they already combined it. So it's not two parcel anymore. It's just one bigger land.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know because he told me it had 2 parcels. So
yeah. So I think at some point it was combined, which is pretty common. And you can see this multi parcel. Sometimes it'll say multi parcel, yes or no. So I think for counting purposes, it's just a house with a bigger a bigger lot.
Appreciate that.
okay. So do I add? How much do I add for that?
So with this, I'm not too familiar with how to, how to kind of like comp an additional extra land. But we can start with, with the house and see where we go from there. So because it's usually unless it's like a bigger unless it's like a bigger acreage, like we're talking about having 2-3 acres more or whatnot. I don't think this is going to be making a lot of difference.
Okay.
Having 2 lots instead of 1 lots. I know because I have a couple rentals that has two pins in there, meaning like it's bigger than the others in terms of square footage, and it didn't really the appraisal didn't really take account of that, as long as the property, how many bedrooms and built and things like that. So at least in Chicago, that's how I was appraised my property that has 2 pins.
All right.
Okay. So all right. So anyway, so 2-bedroom one, 1915. So that's really old too, right? So, and if you look at this, it looks like there's already some here, but let's go look to Zillow and see what happens there. Okay, so that's
Oscar's pulling that up. Oh, is that it? Sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead, Carol.
I just want to say for everybody, so shipping container homes, that's a hot trend right now. But just there's a shortage of shipping containers because I think everybody was trying to do that. So if somebody's like, yeah, you can build shipping containers on here, just know you're going to be waiting a while to do it. So it's literally like, think of those big boats that come over from like China and we ship stuff on. That's literally what it is, and then they build it out. Go ahead, Oscar.
How's Arizona? Are they doing a lot of that too, or no?
I haven't seen them in Arizona, but where I lived in Florida, they were doing quite a bit. My friends were actually looking at doing it. It was cheaper for them to build a shipping container home than it was for them to buy a house in Florida last year.
Okay. So, Bryce, this is yours right here, the subject property? Right
yep.
Yeah, it looks like there's a couple of houses that sold around the area there around 6 months. So let's look at one right here. So this is 2-bedroom one, 800 square feet. So for the purpose of comping, I would look into this and I would use these comps right here. Okay. Because the square footage of the house is similar, even though it has less. The lot size is a little bit different. Okay. And your build is about the same, right? 1920. Yeah. Yours is 11?
15.
Just to make sure.
Or something like that.
So that's one right there. This one is closer even, but this is a 3-bedroom 2. it's kind of like a different house too, but you can kind of use it as just like how much your house is selling around the area, right? So that's 1949, so it's a different house.
Yeah.
But that house right there, right, that's 152.
Okay. Yeah. He
Then
wants 165 for it.
I'm sorry.
He wants 165, and I didn't know. You know, I mean, I saw the comps on it, and I was like,
Yeah.
well, that's kind of where retail is, but I
This
didn't
one
know
is
with the land.
right here. Right, it's 2 bedroom 2. Yours is 2 bedroom 1. This is a slightly bigger, but I saw this about the same year build.
An installment sale.
Right here.
Okay.
We can give you that.
So, if you're finding a hard time getting a different comp, I would also try to use this as, and just subtract based on the square footage right here.
Way you can
Yeah. Yep.
buy from us every single month.
Okay, well, just make sure that you, so this one has two bathroom and yours has one bathroom, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have to subtract like 10,000 based on that.
Okay.
Right, so 79, it's, I just make sure, I think 79 is not a big street, right? So it's still around this area right here that you can use the comp, right? So there's
Yeah.
that one right there. So Maywood, 7919 Maywood, and then 7781 State Street. And I won't use that. I want to use the Main Street one because that's a different house.
Okay.
See, it's 178. So okay, so that's a break right there.
We can give you that price that you're looking for. Buying it as is, not having to put any money.
So this looks like it's a rehab though. Right? It looks like it's a flip.
So that,
Yeah.
Right. So that one sold for 178. It
works out.
And the build is different. So 1948, but you can see
With that,
it's actually sold for more, 178,000. So you can see you can kind of use that as like how much the area appreciate.
a little bit about it.
Mhm.
Right.
Accident.
All right. Cool.
Awesome, man. Thank you.
That's the different one.
The term that we're
So the
referring
term that
to
we're
would
referring
be
to.
What is this? So yeah, you have at least 2 already.
price.
So,
Yeah.
so that you can go based on that.
Yep. I just wanted to make sure because that land, I've never came across that, so I just wanted.
Yeah. So I wouldn't too worry about the land unless the house is occupies the whole land, which means the house is going to be a lot bigger in square footage.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't take account into your price.
Deal with that,
Alrighty. I appreciate it, Oscar.
Yep.
All right, great property, Bryce. Let's move on to the next one. David, what you got?
My problem is I'm trying to
Hey, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
because we don't have, I don't,
My question isn't really about a
that's,
specific property for comping, I guess. I'm not sure if it's
um,
um,
I know what you're,
relevant to this zoo, but basically, I was calling a guy about what I thought was a 2-bed, 1-bath, and it turned out, and then he kept on telling me like he's got 5 guys renting it, and he likes them a lot, and it turned out that he like put some temporary walls up inside the house and turned it into a living house. So basically, I would like to know what my options with that are and how I would value it for like a potential end buyer investor. Because it as a sober living house, it also has tax like a like it could be like a tax haven or something like that where so and then it also cash flows $42,000 a year. The house is like Zestimate is like 317 and it wants 350. So that just seems like way too good of a deal. It seems like I could find a buyer for that and make a profit. I'm just not too sure how I would appraise the value.
And I mean, it always depends on.
Yeah. Okay. So let me get this straight. So this house is originally a 2-bedroom house,
Yeah.
and he made it a 5-bedroom house with like a with some. Does he make it like with drywalls or with just
I don't know exactly. He just said it was temporary walls that could be taken down, but each room has its own door with a lock on it.
We have a wall.
Okay. And then what is I mean what is the area? Is the area is this legal? Like for
It is
example.
legal. Yep, it's legal and permitted and everything.
Okay. All right. Well, if you can find a buyer that will not tear it down, I mean the temporary walls and everything, then that's what the value is. I mean, if you want to.
So Oscar, let's give him a little more context. So David, you need to reach out to your buyers and see if this is something that they would take on. I wouldn't lock it up because it is so special. And David, you've probably already heard this because you've been in the mentorship for probably a month or so now. Buyers are liars and what are sellers?
Worse.
Okay, so trust but verify. Say, hey, awesome, dude. I'm so glad to hear that these are permitted. Can you just like
Property.
send me the specs, or you should look up on the county assessors and make sure that it's permitted. So I would look up after this call or after you get off here, or after we pull you off, like literally go to your county assessor for this, pull up the address, and it'll tell you the dimensions and stuff of the property. Confirm that. So where I was in Florida, Florida's a big rehab area, guys. So I knew people that had like quote unquote halfway houses. They were mobile homes, and they'd rent them out for like $500 a room, and they add extra bedrooms. Like they count like the couch as a room and stuff in the living room. So
Yeah, this is
So-
literally renting for $800 a room,
Yeah.
and like I guess it's 5 guys sharing one bathroom. You know, and like
yeah, so
the house isn't even that big.
I understand. I understand
Because
what you're
it's
saying.
like sober living, I guess it actually adds value to the rent. Like they can rent more for it because it is sober living. It's like
Yeah.
And then I think that also like the state helps pay some of the rent or something like that.
All right. Well, so you think or you know?
I don't know. I'm just guessing
Okay.
because I know that there's like
Okay.
you know, for
No,
affordable
yeah, but
housing
hey,
and
listen.
stuff. Yeah.
Don't
go
assume because it makes an ass out of who.
ahead. You and me.
Exactly. So guys, we might think that you need to verify everything with your seller. But first of all, you need to talk to buyers that have dwellings like this and see if this is something that will want to take on. Like the average person isn't going to deal with that because you're going to need to have this is my experience. Guys, I have family members that are alcoholics. One of my like best friends in Florida is an alcoholic, and they have to have somebody who like they had one person who'd manage the house. There's just a lot they have to see, and mostly their like leases are like week to week because some people fall off the wagon and all kinds of stuff. So sober living houses, they sound great in theory, but there's a lot of upkeep. If you guys have noticed on a recent Zoom, Pace is like, we're no longer doing assisted living. He and Eric Sage said that. So trust but verify. Is there anything else that you would say, Oscar, about finding buyers for a property like this?
I mean, the best way is to find another sober living or halfway house and contact those owner and see what they say about it.
Yeah, that's
Other
great.
times, sorry.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, so it's I've tried that in the for example in city of Chicago there requires a lot of permit and a lot of different requirements. Like what you said, five rooms, one bath, that wouldn't pass in Chicago. Right. So unless there's a common shower or whatnot that they put in, but there's permitting and all these things are different from city to city. So just make sure, like Caroline said, verify. That's why I asked about is it permitted? Is it even legal? If it's legal, then ask about other buyers in the area that's already have halfway house or sober living house, and that's really your buyer there. If you don't want to change any of the partition.
Okay, thank you for that.
Yep. And see how much they bought theirs for, and that's kind of your comp right there. Because if they bought theirs for that whatever that price is, 300 something thousand, then you might have to just negotiate your assignment fee and then sell it to them after you know your assignment fee.
Yeah.
Without changing anything, right? So your buyer is very specific in that market.
It is, yeah.
All right, cool.
All right, thank you.
Yep, no problem. We have Tanisha.
Hey, how you doing, Oscar?
Good. How are you?
I'm okay, thanks. So I've got 2 properties, and they are next door to each other, owned by the same person.
Mhm.
So I'm driving, but I can tell you the address. If that's okay.
Yep.
All right. The first one is 614
Mm-hmm.
Rutledge, Rutledge Street.
Mm-hmm.
And the city is Danville, Virginia.
Okay.
The second one, just so you have it, is 514 Stevens Street. And that's with a PH, also in Danville.
Oh, Stevens. Okay, with a PH.
Mhm.
Danville. Okay, cool. All right. So let me share my screen again.
You don't even have to.
All right.
You know, I mean, we'll just make the payments to the
Cool.
loan service company.
So let's do the first one. You said 614 Rutledge Street, Danville,
You know, as far as the terms,
Virginia.
what would work if you went this route?
Well, what are you talking
It's
about?
next to the health department.
That one I'm still waiting on photos, but the owner said he's basically done
You know, as
a pretty good rehab to it. He's a general contractor, so.
Huh.
Tanisha, I have a question for you. What the heck are you doing back in Danville?
Well, I have a set of buyers that are looking for properties in Danville. They have a casino coming there. So,
Well,
yeah,
that should have been nice about a month ago.
yeah, right, exactly.
I'm
Well, they're looking
just
for
so you-
lower end properties. Not,
Okay.
that one was a little high. They
Just so
didn't
you
want
guys know,
that
we had
one.
a
I passed
property
it
in
to 'em.
Danville. We could not sell it. So, all right, go ahead.
I tried to sell that one to them too. They were out.
so we could.
Oh, you had a
That
property in
hurts.
Danville,
I'm just saying,
Caroline,
you wouldn't have to
and you couldn't tell it?
make a payment, you know, or a monthly payment to a loan service company.
Yeah, Caroline had they had one out in Danville, and it was a subject to, but it had some extra things going on with it too. So the numbers were weird.
Okay, so it says 1 bedroom, 1 bath,
Yep, that's
576
it.
square feet.
So
Then
the terms
it's
is,
built in 1946. No garage.
I mean,
There's a shed.
there's money up front, is that what you're saying?
I mean, we could do, obviously, you know, we don't want to,
It was sold for 7,500 in 2017.
we typically like to keep our down payment.
So
Right.
Have a great day. Yeah. Bye bye. Have a great day.
right, looking at this.
So we're finding,
Well, there's a 2-bedroom nearby. It's sold for 30,000. 826 Edmund Street.
I mean, we could do, obviously, you know, we don't want to, I mean, we could structure it.
That looks close enough, but you just remove the bedroom.
Especially if, you know, you mentioned a few that might.
No, he had a he told me he had a cash offer at 28 that he flat said no to.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. It looks like it's still too expensive. If 2-bedroom one at 944 square feet sold for 30,000 here. So that's one comp that I see. And other than that, there's 47,000. There's 2-bedroom.
No, so
2-bedroom. Most of it are 2 bedrooms. You know, so you have to subtract that bedroom count. But a lot of these properties are all bigger than his. So there's 2-bedroom one that sold for 6,000.
for each property, we would make you payments on that over time, and that would depend on how long of a term we agree on.
And
Yeah,
that's
this
all.
area is tough. I'm about to get
Examples.
there's the house on the other side of him that I'm probably gonna lock up for $2,000.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a weird area.
Okay. So I think your best bet is, you know, this comp right here. 2-bedroom one at 944 square feet, 826 Edmund Street. It sold for 30,000 in March 2021. So that looks like a. Let me see, we can try to see if there's any description. It doesn't.
What would you accept?
But it looks like it's a newer house. It looks like it's a recent rehab. But then you got to subtract the bedroom count. I'm actually not sure at $30,000 if the bedroom count. Usually I subtract $10,000 for a bedroom. So I mean, I don't know if you could subtract $10,000 for a bedroom there in Danville, or if it's less. But if we subtract $10,000, that means your one bedroom, one bath
Power tax me.
is not going to be worth more than 20,000 fixed up.
My husband and my guy here.
Guys, don't let Tanisha make you think Danville's popping, guys. It's a tough area.
It's tough.
It's hard to move. It's basically North Carolina. I know it says Virginia, but it's basically North Carolina.
Term. And that way we can.
Yeah, so the big play right now is investors are starting to come in there because they're about to build the Caesars Casino, which will be there in the next 2 years. So people are trying to get in now, which this guy knows. He volunteered a bird dog for me. But the goal is if we can get some of the properties locked up pretty low and rent them out, because the rent rates aren't super high, but you can rent them out for a year or two, or do wrap strategies out there, because there are people that live there. So, but I had a little tough time with this one too. So
There's one.
So that you want to sell.
So this one bedroom, one bath, 514 Stevens Street.
Right. So I just did it.
So that was sold in 2019.
that's the other one I just gave you. He owns that one.
Oh, he owns this one too. So he
Yeah.
just bought it for 10,000 2 years ago.
Yeah, he was drunk at a bar and he won an auction.
So how much is he selling this one for?
He hasn't told me a price.
Okay. So is he selling you as a package?
He hasn't said yet because he's on the fence about if he wants to sell the Rutledge one because he just fixed it up.
Mm-hmm.
But this one he's not really too far in. He's not overly concerned about. But because he hasn't done any work on this one, so it's sitting vacant. Doesn't have I think it has like the base utilities on it, but that's pretty much it. That one will probably be easier because he hasn't done any work to it.
Mm-hmm.
But I was thinking about maybe just on the Rutledge property, potentially pitching terms to him and see what he says.
Yeah.
But I wanted to have an idea of what the comps are otherwise, so I can use that as kind of a stopgap, because I know don't offer him 28.5 because he already said no to it. So I could say, oh, will you say no to 29?
Yeah.
Like
So
I can,
basically, okay. So the way I would approach this is that, well, we know that he sold this Stevens for 10,000. Look at the condition and just kind of say, hey, if you sold this for 10,000, and then if you want to sell that for more, then you can't sell it. You really can't sell it for cash for more. But if you're open for terms, then that's where the deals are, right? So.
okay, that sounds
There's
good. I can
one
do that.
on 113 West Stevens too that you could use as a comp, because that has a picture in it for a market value, and as is comp. So that
Even
was,
if it's from 2019, just because of the area.
yeah, I
that
mean
it's difficult to
2019 again. If you go back in time and then you just add appreciation, at even at 8 to 10% appreciation, that's like $1,300. So now it should be like 15,000, right?
Okay.
So I would use that, but that one right there on Stevens is 900 square feet. So it's a little bit bigger, right, than yours. Because yours is what, 576, so that's very small. Is that really right? Is that really correct? 576?
Yeah, it's a pretty small house.
Okay. It doesn't look that small from the picture, right? So does it have a basement?
That I don't know.
It looks like there's something there. Yeah, it looks like there's a walkout basement in the back. Oh, it's like an English basement kind of thing.
Oh, that must be what he was trying to describe. Something about going downstairs. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, if you see one of the photos from November 2017 in PropStream, you can see the back of the house, and from the back of the house you can see a walkout basement. So that it might be bigger than 576 if you count the basement space when someone finish it up.
Cool. All right. Excellent. Yeah, and I'm not. Again, this would be a kind of long-term play, because when that casino comes in, these little smaller houses are great for Airbnb turnovers.
Oh well, okay. Where
But
is
this
the
one's gonna be it's less than a mile away from where the casino site is.
okay? Is it by like the 293 here, the Highway 293,
Not sure.
or there's Main Street there? Okay, well, cool.
Awesome. Thanks, Oscar. Appreciate it.
No problem.
All right, let's move on to the next one. Kimberly Koger, what's up?
Hello. I'm looking at this property that was talked about, but it's a lot he bought a lot on both sides of the property. And of course he wants to just get rid of all of it, but I'm trying to figure out one, what the lot size is, because when you look up the address, it says like, an acre and a half. And also I was wondering how to make sure that all of it goes onto the contract, since it's 3 different. If you go to his prop stream and look up like his portfolio, it's 3 separate pieces.
So it's 3 different parcel numbers.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna put in the chat address. Want to know if I able I explained to him that my plan was to do a 1031 deferred exchange, and as long as the seller financing didn't impact those
So
plans,
17879 Driftwood
they have no
Approach.
problem with it. Yeah.
Arkansas.
Where we're at. Okay. And
so on his portfolio, it's number 2, 3, and 4.
All right, let me check it out.
And I was wondering, what that would, if that would affect the ARV.
So I'm looking at the property here. Number 1 is just the land, right? It's just a lot, and the house just sits on the lot number 2, which is the 240 ATM 40 there, right? So what is he saying? He's saying that if he's selling, then this one of the parcel is just a vacant lot that you treat it as that. And you treated the lot with the house as you get the ARV for that, or you get the price for that, and then the other one is just a vacant lot if it's 2 different lots.
Okay. So it's okay. So you just do the ARV on the one.
Yeah, I would do it that way first. See, are all the other houses around the area, do they have multiple parcel also when they sell?
I don't know, actually.
Let's check it out real quick here on Zillow.
I mean, it looks like the one across the street is sitting on 2 lots as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it looks like it.
Yeah, so that one right there, that's yours. That's the subject property, and we can see here they're selling. I mean, the way Zillow sees is too, right? They see it as a vacant lot here too, right?
Mhm.
So this one right here, you could put. I mean, if you buy it with the house, then you would kind of have to value that as a vacant lot, right? Whatever that value is based on a vacant lot that's sold around the area, or the value of the vacant lot around the area. And then this one with the house, then we have to look at the ARV.
Okay.
Give me one moment. My contractor's calling me. Give me one moment. Oh. All right. Okay, so let's see here. This is a 2-bedroom one. So let's go to 2-bedroom one. All right, so there's barely anything that sells around the area.
Well, I mean, I haven't seen much move.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe because I don't know. I haven't. I mean, this is kind of in an odd area. It used to be. I really don't know much about it. I know that it was like supposed to be a great place that they were going to have the HOA on, and he called. He said something about there was a failed HOA.
A failed HOA.
Yeah.
So there's one that sold in 2019, 17825 Driftwood Approach. So and then, but it doesn't say it's a single family home. It doesn't have it on Zillow. It doesn't have the bedroom and the bathroom count. So
Yeah.
you can find that out in PropStream.
Mm-hmm.
See here. Oh, it says
I see on Zillow, down the road, like up, I see some empty lots for like that sold on Zillow for 7.5 thousand and then 8.8 thousand. Is that how? And then there's one right next to it says 10K.
You mean next to the subject property?
Yes.
Because right now I'm looking. If you look at my screen here, there's really one next to it, and it's 188 there. So I don't know if there's a house there, or are they just selling a bunch of vacant lots there for 188?
Yeah.
So, but we need to find out what's what was sold here, and you can probably find out more at the your assessor at this assessor county assessor site, or even you can go to the property tax site and then see what actually is on this address right here.
Right. Okay.
Right, and then that's you start from there, and then you see why it was sold for 188 in 2019.
Okay.
So because it says here on Zillow is single family home, and unfortunately I can't find more information here on on here on PropStream here it says vacant land, which kind of weird. If it's a vacant land, then how big is the land?
Right.
Right. So okay. But to go back to your subject property here, is this a tear down, or is this something that someone?
No. It's a 2-1. It actually has a basement, which I haven't been inside. I drove by it yesterday, and it's pretty rough. It's got a lot of old cars around that are going to have to be hauled off. The road actually is not that great, so that's just one disadvantage. But it's yeah.
Okay. So there's a couple ways you can look at this. There's obviously to the property itself. How many bedroom was it again?
It's a 2-1.
Okay, so 2-1. On a Zillow here, I see there's one for 3-2 down the street for 132, and that was in 2018.
Yeah.
So if you
I've had it comped, and it's been between like 185 to 2. I can't remember what Pace said last night. 205 or 210, something like that.
how was it comp? A realtor or?
One of them was basically a realtor, and then not local, but through sub 2, and then one was Pace last night.
Okay.
So
Yeah, so I see you your closest comp would be this 178.93 Driftwood Approach, a 3-bedroom 2-bath, 1,200 square feet. You just have to make your adjustment there. But I'm trying to
Yeah.
find if there's any ARV recently, and it looks like there's next to it there's this house was sold. Let's see here, 7882 Driftwood Approach. It's a 3 bedroom,
Yeah.
3 bath. That's next to it, but I don't know when it was sold. Well, it was sold in 2016.
Yeah.
But
And
that's
it's
a lot bigger house, right? So
yeah.
I would probably say it's gonna be around 160, 170.
Mhm.
Just looking at what's around the area here. And that doesn't take count into what's the vacant lot.
Right. He told me it was 3 acres. Actually 3.5 acres, and that's one of the things that I was trying to confirm was because whenever I go to, advertise it, I don't know. It's a little more difficult to get the exact details. Do I just go
Yeah.
off of what he says, or I did look up the
Yeah, what
properties on.
you just go based on what the assessor square footage is, and then just
Okay. Yeah.
look it up there. Mhm.
So as far as putting it on the contract, do I put the parcel numbers maybe, or
Does the lot has an address or no, or is it
no?
just
No.
okay? So I would just deal with I would just do it like this is the address. It contains the house and a lot next door, and you describe the lot next door is this much, like this
Okay.
the size, and I go from there. Like, and you can say there's
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Sounds good.
Check 1-4.
Thank
All
you.
right. Yep. You're welcome.
So I might go into, I just want to go into some large pot.
I'm always good at finding the unmute. Leo, unmute yourself. What's your question you have for Oscar?
What's up,
Hey, I
Leo?
need some help. What's going on, brother? How you doing, man? Thank you for doing this, Oscar. Hey, can you help me out on this one property? Because I'm struggling with it.
Got it.
Okay.
It isn't good. I mean, I haven't gotten a really good
Some cosmetic stuff.
number for it. Send me the address right now. This is a possible novation agreement. I just think the price that he's asking is too high. But novation, just trying to get an accurate
Okay. Yeah, I see the address. Let me check it out now.
Just some of these 19 restrictions
All right.
or other properties
Galveston.
do the same thing within.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a big house.
Okay.
How many bedrooms?
That extended.
Oh, is he?
Well, it's actually extended from.
Okay.
I think he probably muted again, right?
Got it. Okay, so it sounds
So
like
you
Yeah,
hear,
Leo.
you hear me? You hear me?
Yeah.
a timeline on
Yeah, that's a 3-bedroom, 3-bath.
process here.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no.
3 bedroom, 3 bath. Okay.
No hurry for me to positive cash flow situation on house is free.
3 bedroom.
So,
All right.
like I say, it's in good shape. Years ago, they did the electric, I don't know.
7510 Belucci.
That's moved in, we refinished stuff like that.
Is
You
that
hear me, Oscar? Yeah.
is that by the lake?
Okay, so so that's a lake that's actually connected to the ocean.
I don't have any.
Okay. So I'm looking at the area here.
Yeah.
Have you looked into anything that's sold around the area? It looks like everything is
would basically upgrade you.
you probably need someone with access to RPR. I don't know if Caroline can help you with this.
Okay.
So the only thing, so he thinks ARV is 800. So there's a house that sold for 800, but the square footage is a lot. It's a lot. I think it's about. I can't remember if it was 500 or 600 square foot more.
So there's one that sold, right? There's one that sold in 2020, like December 2020 for 750.
That's one.
5-bedroom.
And the square footage is actually smaller though too, right?
No, it's actually on PropStream. Yours says 3,000 square feet, and this one that sold is 3,600 square feet. Similar year, but you said yours is 3-bedroom, right?
Obviously, with the
3-bedroom, 3-bath.
Yeah, this one says 5-bedroom.
Keep it in there.
Right. So if that one's sold for 750,
transactions, we keep them as rentals.
Granted, it is bigger, right? Yeah. And I mean, I was thinking more like 725 and 700 for ARV.
So hang on. Well, why do you think 725?
Yeah.
That one has 2 extra bedrooms.
Depends on
and it's about, what did you say, 600 square feet larger?
So let's talk about that.
Yeah, it's about 500 square foot more. That one's the one that sold for 750 is 35 or 3,600 square foot, and the one here is 3,100. And that's the base. That's how I'm basing it off the square footage, not by the rooms.
Like I say, I consequences.
So Leo, tell me about the seller.
I owned it since.
Tell me about this deal.
Oh well, he's down for a novation agreement.
Well,
he's down
at
for a
what price?
novation agreement. He's wanting 525. And to me, that's a little high.
Mm-hmm. So how much rehab has to go into this?
It's a little high because it's gonna need. We're gonna go out there next week. They actually take pictures and video, whatever. And I'll have a contractor with me. That's gonna give me a contracting price to rehab it. But based we're looking at about a 120, maybe 150, depending.
Okay, so is it 750, 800 just because it's by the lake? Because there's one come here, 2920 Beluche Drive.
So anywhere between
289
years and then a Lincoln at the end, right?
And
the ones that are on the lake are what do you want to call it, pristine properties because it goes into the ocean. They're just valued a lot more.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see that. There's another one. There's another one on 2838 Dominique Drive. That's a little bit that's not too much smaller. It's 2,700 square feet.
Okay, so
that was sold for 615 back in October 2020.
Installments that would be
so
so whatever price we.
Yeah, I would say just take a look at the condition first. I see 750 here, 2919. I see 615, 2838 Dominique Drive.
Ideal.
So those are bigger houses though than yours. The one on Beluche 2919 is 5-bedroom. The one on Dominique 4-bedroom. Right, so those two are bigger than yours in terms of bedroom count.
That's on
right.
And it's, guys, just for everybody that's in on the Zoom.
Got it.
Always comp conservatively. So you'd probably want to be, as low as you can comp on your ARV because of these properties, Leo. So, Oscar, what would you say would be a good ARV?
You know,
So if I'm just looking at 2919 Beluche Drive at 5-bedroom here, and you subtract, 2-bedroom, you'll probably be at about like 700 or 675, 680. At most like
So-
700,000.
Mhm.
So for yours, ARV.
Yeah. So can you pull up a calculator for us? Can
Uh,
you pull up a calculator for us, Oscar? Or
Yeah.
just pull up a Google sheet. You can just do that. Let's just do a Google sheet.
Mhm.
Because I want everybody to see with right. And I want you guys to see where we're at. So I just want everybody to see our numbers, Oscar.
Yep.
You're good.
Okay.
So Leo, I want you to pull out your calculator. Are you ready? Everybody that's watching, pull out your calculator here. Okay. So let's do this together. So 700,000. That's what we're gonna do is our ARV. Okay. Leo, you got it?
Yep.
All right. Multiply that by 93%. What do you get, Leo?
Oh shit.
651.
No, Oscar.
Oh, sorry.
I'm asking Leo. Okay. 651. This is a class for Leo. And we're assuming, how much do we think the rehab will be, Leo?
I'm just gonna say 150.
All right, good. I like it. So we're going to be more conservative because originally you said 125. So we're going to say 150. You guys are saying 150 because it's never what you think it's going to be. 150,000. So now what do you get, Leo?
It's 501.
Okay, so you're at 501. What does your seller want for the property?
525.
525. Okay, now you're doing an ovation. So are you going to do this on your own? Or are you going to bring all the money in? Or are you going to bring the $120 or $150,000 in and you pay your contractors and everything? So are you partnering with somebody?
Yeah, it would be partnered.
Okay, so who are you going to partner with, and how much money are they going to want on, if they're going to put in $150,000 on this?
150 would be total. Because he told me the rehab would be about 120, and he'll do it.
Who told you that the rehab would be 120?
The contractor.
So the contractor's already seen the property?
He hasn't seen the property. It's based on the square footage because he has a program that he can point that address and it'll tell him the square footage of sheetrock and everything else that's in it.
Okay. All right, but we're still going with our 150. Remember, we're being conservative in case of anything crazy. So your partner, how much money does your partner want to make on this, or your investor friend? If there's 150 going into it.
Well, I mean, this is actually my first innovation agreement. So,
okay, so Leo,
go ahead.
I'm asking you, how much money do you think your partner's going to want to make on this? Because you're going to partner with somebody.
That's still in lingo because we don't even know if it's going to be a possible innovation agreement or not because he's asking.
Exactly. That's why we're doing the numbers right now. So.
Exactly.
Just assuming, what do you think they're going to want to make? If they're putting in 150,000, so right now we're at 501. So let's do $150,000, and we will multiply it by, let's just say 35%. They're going to want to make how much money, you think, if we're just saying 35%? That's me just throwing a number out there. What is 150, and they want to make 35% off of that?
That's $52,500.
$52,500. So let's go back to our 501. 500 minus 52,000. What was it? 500. Okay, so that's for your partner. So what's our number right now, Leo?
449.
Okay, so what about you? You got to eat too. How much money do you want to make on this? Leo.
I'm not sure. I mean, this is this is my first innovation. I'm not sure. I thought already this price was too high as for an innovation agreement because it's a ZRV's 800.
Okay, hey, we're doing an exercise right now, Leo. So how much money do you want to make on this innovation? You're gonna have
50.
You're gonna bring in a partner. You want to make 50?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna subtract $50,000.
Split that.
Okay. So now, what is your purchase price at, Leo?
$399.
Okay. Does everybody see how we got to this?
Wait, so are you saying, Leo, are you going to split the profit between you and your investor partner, or do you want to make additional money on top of the profit?
No, I mean we're just gonna make 25 a piece. Like we're just gonna make.
Okay, so you're gonna share the profit, right? At 52.5, you're gonna
Right.
split 50-50. That's your assumption.
Right. Right.
Okay.
So you have a partner that's ready to split this 50-50 with you?
Well, it's their lead, and I talked them into an ovation agreement.
Got it.
But we're not shot him. I seen the numbers too high for what he's wanting because he thinks his ARV is 800.
Okay. So I just wanted everybody to see this, so you guys can all understand this. Was this helpful, guys? Seeing how we walk through the numbers here, and I'm leading you down a point here. I want everybody in the chat right now. Does this make sense where we're doing our numbers? I want to make sure there's complete clarity. We're gonna take like 30 seconds so everybody can answer. Come on, give me some attention. I just had Oscar pull up a freaking Google Sheets for us. I had Leo do the math with us. Come on, give me some love. Pour some sugar on me. Pour some sugar on Oscar. All right, so Leo, your person is up too high. Okay, I was trying to bring this up because, guys, if I wouldn't even go and view a property, guys, I would not go and get a contractor and pull them off of a job and go and view a property, because I'm guessing, do you live in Galveston, Leo?
No, I don't live in Galveston.
Okay, so you were, okay, how 45 minutes away?
I'm a 40 minutes away.
40 minutes away. So, guys, I'm leading up into this so you can use this as a talking point. If they're not anywhere near your ballpark number of where you want to be, you're going to be taking at least 45-minute drive. So you're going to just say probably 3 hours with travel, eating, refueling, and everything. And then you're going to pull a contractor over there. And you're going to waste an entire day when you could be talking to motivated sellers to view a property that you need to lock up lower than what the seller's willing to sell. So I'm trying to paint a picture for you so you guys can see, like, literally, if they're not even in your ballpark area, it's not worth it to go view a property and see it. So you need to, if this is something that you want to do with your JV partner, you need to talk to your seller and just be like, okay, where are you coming up with that $800,000 when it's all fixed up? Get them to do the comps and get them to walk you through that and everything. Does that make sense, Leo? Does that make sense to everybody?
Oh yeah, I mean, we just had one conversation, right? I mean, and I said, he goes, well, do your numbers and look at it and come out here and look at it and see what you think and let's see what we can work out. I'm like, that's fine, and I just left it at that because I already knew his ARV was too high.
Yeah, I'm looking at I'm sorting it by the sold price around the area, and the highest is that 2919 Beluche Drive at 750, right? That's a 5-bedroom 3, like we know. So definitely based on that, and you can even use that as your point of reference to anchor him down. You can say, hey, there's one really close to you, right, that sold for 750 and is much bigger than yours, right, in terms of square footage, in terms of bedrooms. And it seems like you have 3 full baths and yours have 2.5. Similar your build, so I think the only difference is that it says yours has a pool present. So maybe he's counting on that pool being like $20,000 more, so.
Right. Yeah, I know.
I mean,
and
an infinity pool. I've never seen a pool add $20,000.
Yeah, I know, but some people think that it adds $20,000, right? So, I mean, whenever I see a pool, I usually demo the pool. But this is a different location, so this is a lake, right? So maybe they want a lake and a pool.
Okay, so Leo, what is the 10-80-10 rule?
Shit, I don't remember, to be honest with you.
You don't remember? Does anybody remember the 10-80-10 rule? Anybody in the chat know what the 10-80-10 rule is? So Leo, you've had one conversation with this guy. 10-80-10 rule. How many conversations? So 10% are ready to go on the first call. 80% need how many follow-ups?
At least about 7.
What do you guys think? Is it 7? Is it 3? Is it 13? Is it 23. What do we think, guys? We have at least 13 conversations. It takes pace around 13 conversations to lock a property up. You just had your first conversation with the seller.
Right, and I just wanted to make sure I was correct on
I understand.
On the ARV, right? So
yeah, I understand, dude. I'm just really trying to drive this home so you can see where you need to be on this, so you can paint the picture of that seller. All right.
okay. Cool.
Cool. Do you have any other questions
Appreciate
right now,
you
Leo?
guys.
Yeah.
No, that's it. That's it for right now. Thank you
Okay.
guys.
Of course.
Thanks,
Let's
Leo.
move on to the next one. Mark, what you got, dog? Mark, we need you. There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark.
Oh. Hey, good morning. I'm a new Substitute student. I've only been in the group for about a week.
No interest.
Oh, welcome.
Interest at all. Where the market's at, right?
Yes, yeah, thanks. But I've got a property that needs to be comped. I think I've got the ARV figured out, but I just want to, make sure.
Okay. Yeah, we can confirm with you. Do you have the address?
Yeah. It's 166, or should I type it in the chat?
No, that's fine.
Okay, 16657 Joy Loop, like Joy Loop, Lowell, and AR for Arkansas.
You can stay closer to
Joy Loop.
4%.
Yes.
Or what we can always do is we can
Okay.
Welcome, Mark. Have you been to my newbie Zoom yet?
No, I haven't.
Well, perfect. Tomorrow at 2 o'clock, I'll see you. 2 o'clock Arizona time, okay?
Okay.
Get in there. It's in the announcement section, okay? So where you would have found the Zoom link, it's right below that, okay?
Okay. Okay.
Perfect. And I'll show you how to find stuff in the mentorship.
All right. So 16657 Joy Loop, Lowell, Arkansas.
Yes. It's a seller I'm talking to right now. And the ARV I pulled up was about like 130, roughly.
Numbers and present some.
Do you know how many bedrooms?
Details.
It's a 2-1.
Get those numbers back. I mean, next step. If we agree on everything, are you pretty much ready to sign paperwork today, or you need some time to think about it?
There you go. Okay, so 2-bedroom, 1 bath. Okay, because it doesn't say anything on PropStream or the I'm about to say I'm going to try the Zillow. So
Okay.
Zillow says 2-bedroom 1. Good. So 2-bedroom 1, 1,000 square feet. 1992.
And it's got a 2-car detached garage with it too.
Okay, 2-car detached garage. Okay. All right, cool. So that's where it looks like yours is a larger lot too, huh?
Yes.
So how's that? Any? See if we can see something that sold within the last 6 months. Looks like nothing was sold in the last 6 months.
And I guess that would always come down to.
Yeah. See, that's the issue I was running into is there's not a whole lot of cops down there. I know it's like half a mile from the lake out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's there, but
So if we look at older comps, in 2019, there's one, right? 16621 Joy Loop.
Okay.
So that's your closest one right there, 2-bedroom 1.
Transaction. I mean,
Let's see, completely renovated. So this is in 2019, and you have a kind of like a flip hump here. It's not really like a high-end flip, but it's rehab. And that looks about the same as what yours looks like. Yeah, 1080. That's actually even slightly smaller than yours. So that was sold in 2019. for 93,000. Can you see my screen? Is he muted?
Mhm. Yeah, we can see your screen.
Yeah.
He is muted. Let me unmute him.
I just pressed that. Hey, Mark.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Once you mute it, you can't unmute anymore. So,
Oh,
but yeah,
okay.
this is your comp right here. 2-bedroom, 16621 Joy Loop. It's just it was sold in 2019, so you just have to add appreciation to it. And this was
Okay.
also a kind of like a partial rehab, I would say. They have a new paint, no new flooring, new fixtures, but you can see the the appliances are older and the cabinet is kind of like existing too. But it's probably your comp here for your ARV for 2 years ago. So you just add. I would probably say it's safe to say probably add to it like 10% to it. So see, that's your comp. There's 2-bedroom one that's a lot smaller.
I don't want to wait.
Sold for 62,000 in 2019.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. You were breaking up. I can hear you now.
Get back to you.
Okay.
Possible here and
Sorry.
I think it's me. I'm on my phone and I'm driving right now.
hopefully we can.
All right. Well, there's 16685 Leisure Loop.
And
That's also 2019. Sold for 62,000.
Okay.
Also in a decent condition.
I'll get back in touch with you here.
Okay.
So it says short walk to the lake, and blah blah blah. Lots recent upgrades. So again, not like your regular flip, but they updated some stuff.
Thank you.
But
Okay. Yeah.
this is a lot different, so because like 62,000, that's the one on Leisure Loop. That's very small, like 680.
Oh. Okay.
So
Okay.
there's another 105.
And he's saying that it's not Julian.
This one's a lot larger.
No, Juan Osorio.
1,400 square feet. So yeah, you have your one comp right there.
This is Tom.
Your 16621 Joy Loop.
2 hours ago. That is it. What's up? So.
And then that's sold for 93,000. How much is the seller's asking?
The seller is
something
asking right now.
Hey, some partners with Paolo. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm awesome. Hey, Paolo told me.
You said you kind of breaking up. You said 120.
Your house just recently?
Yeah, the seller is wanting 128.
My house.
128. Okay. And how's the condition?
The condition is really good. It doesn't need no rehab. They have went in there and fixed it all up: the floors, paint, plumbing, electrical, reflash the tin roof, everything on it. So I haven't physically seen it. I'm supposed to go walk it and look at it. So then I'll know more. But the seller is asking 128.
Okay. So it's probably asking for retail price at this point, right? Because
yeah.
If you look at the comp here at 93,000,
You're not going to sell.
Probably at that point.
So maybe
if you add like 10%, so you're looking at about 110.
Okay.
100, about 105, 106 there. But it looks like yours has a bigger lot.
Okay, yeah. I do remember the seller did tell me it does have 2 lots on it.
Yeah.
On the property.
Yeah. So that might be why it's more. That's additional like $10,000 for the lot. I just don't know if the lot's worth $10,000.
Yeah.
There's one vacant land based on Zillow. It's assessed as 4,000 in the back of the house. Or actually, there's also the lot next door to him.
Okay.
It's assessed as 4,000. That's based on Zillow. You have to look at the assessor, that county assessor in Lower Arkansas, to see how much the lot is at. So that's probably like how you would approach it. You would say, based on the comp, the house around the area is about, there's one sold a couple years ago for 93,000. You know, with appreciation, it's probably worth a little bit more than 93,000, but not a whole lot more than what you're asking for. And then even counting the land, that the land shouldn't be worth more than, I don't know, based on the assessor here, 4,000.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So if you break down the number like that, see how he responded.
Okay. Yeah. I know here later I'm supposed to talk to her, and I can talk to her and see what kind of feedback I get from her.
Okay.
Because I do know the house is vacant. There's no one living in it because it used to be the parents' house, and they moved into a senior citizens community place. So I know that she wants to get rid of it, and they don't want anything to do with it no more.
Okay. Yeah.
So maybe if I can get her down to maybe like 95 or maybe 100.
Okay, well, I appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah, it depends on the condition. So if you just need to put touch up cosmetics and things like that, that's not more than $5,000-6,000. Then there might be opportunity there.
How was the conference?
Okay.
Right. Just know that just be careful of the area there, because it looks like it's there's not a lot of activity, but I mean there's the last one was 2 years ago, so
yeah, no, that's what I was wondering too. Is there's not a whole lot of places sold right there.
I think you're missing is like he wants 100
yeah,
grand.
because I'll be worried in finding like a buyer there. So one other thing that you can do is try to see if there's a good rental,
Okay.
and then find a buyer that way. By looking at any professional like Superhost or any rental in the area, and maybe that's where your buyers are.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
or
right.
even try to connect with this. I mean, try to look at this 16621 Joy Loop to see if there's a rental right now, and approach the buyer to see if he's interested.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Price determines. We always talk about how
Right.
it is impossible.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Thanks.
Yep. No problem.
That makes sense.
Awesome. Great stuff there, Mark. If you guys want to go through newbies when you guys come, I'll actually give you a comping cheat sheet, and I'll show you how to find some comping zooms with Oscar and everything. Let's go to the next one. Lilia, you have a question for Oscar?
So right now on Zoom, it said it's worth.
Yes, thank you for letting me ask the question. Thank you.
The sellers.
Hi, Lilia.
Hi. We are renting house in Palm Coast, in Florida. I just put all the information in a chat.
Okay, got it.
If you don't mind, just look it up. And what else can I say?
Okay,
the property we are renting now, 26 Zonal Geranium Trail, Palm Coast, Florida. The owner wants to sell it, and I wanted to see if we can buy it. Market rent is $1,550. He still owes $132,000.
Yo, bro,
figure out what kind of offer I can present
okay,
so we can.
I'm good. How's it going? I'm sorry.
Things was done.
I missed you on a couple calls.
He changed carpets to laminate flooring and tiles. So the address is 26 Zonal Geranium Trail, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Alright, so I got this one. I'm trying to just hold.
Yeah, so let's see here. Owner wants to sell. So now there's a tenant in it?
Yes, we are renting it out. We are renting it out because we moved from Virginia to Florida. I didn't want to buy right away because we didn't know where we want to buy.
Okay, so you live in there right now?
Correct. And okay. I know how it's very well.
Buy this. You're saying you want to buy this house?
Correct.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
And then you guys directly deal with the owner, with the friend of mine, and I tell them that, hey,
so before we get into this, Oscar, Lilia, what did you find when you bought this property?
I found it's about 220 in my opinion, but I just want to make sure if I'm close to the number I figured.
Okay, what were your comps that you found?
I looked at the prop stream, I looked at the realtor.com, and I also made sure that whatever recently was sold, but people are paying $50, even $100, $100,000 more than people asking on the market. So market is crazy here.
Yeah,
And
that's
but,
Florida in general.
yeah.
But what I'm asking you guys, whenever I say like, where are your comps? I'm not saying where did you look for comps. I'm saying what is the address of the property that you found as a comp. A comp is something that is comparable. So, Lydia, what is the address of the property you found as a comp?
I don't have it handy at this point of time.
How many comps? How many comps did you have? How many
I
properties?
had 5 of them, but I cannot find this.
That's fine. You don't have to find them right now. I'm just asking how many properties were
5.
comps for this. Would you say 5?
Yes.
You had 5 similar properties in the area.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what Oscar finds.
All right. So 3-bedroom, 1,600 square feet.
Which one do you guys use?
This is the house that you live in right now.
Yes.
Okay, so it's 3-bedroom, 2.
Yes.
You're only paying $825 for this per month.
1550.
Oh, $1,550. All right. I wonder why it says $825 there.
So right now,
Because it was in 2012.
Oh, okay. All right. So there's one nearby. That's 265. So that's 4 Zodiac Place, right? Because it's 3-bedroom, 2, 1,600.
Yes.
So that's 2,000. That's 2,000 square feet. So it's a lot bigger there. Let's see if we can. All right. So there's 145, 41 zonal geranium.
Yeah.
That's one right there. It sells for 145 in 2019.
Yeah, it's 2 years ago. It's definitely went up, anyways.
Yeah, it's probably went up, but that's probably close to yours right there.
Yeah.
There's one 24 Zorak Place.
Yes, but there is no pool in this house, and there is not even grass. The landscape is very poor. It's just nothing but weeds.
Yeah, but then the pool you just have to subtract the pool.
Okay.
If you eliminate the pool, you eliminate like $10,000 from it. So.
Okay.
So yeah.
So Lilia and everybody in here, what we're doing, that is called a price adjustment because it doesn't have a pool. So we're adjusting our price by $10,000.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's because of this ARV on this property. Now, earlier when you heard me talking about Leo's property, I said if that's an infinity pool, then we can do $20,000. It depends on the type of property you're looking at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what was this house? Did you find this house when you're doing a comp here? The 24 Zorak Place?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And how much is the seller asking?
He didn't want to go into numbers. I just want to know what can I offer him, like, to be honest.
Okay. And are you going to ask for some creative option like seller financing and things like that?
Yeah, that's the only way I would do this. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, I'm looking at so there's 3-bedroom 2 that's pending. That's 315.
Yeah, it's in a great condition house. Ours never been touched by anything other than he changed flooring, carpet flooring to the laminate last year before we move in.
Mm-hmm. So this house is your ARV right here, right?
Yeah.
So basically 315, but your house is at the market value. It's not at 315.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. So
what would you think the market value for my house if everything is original, other than
so let's go
laminate floors?
So you can do it 2 ways. If you look at that one that's pending at 325,
mm-hmm.
right, you can see the condition there, and then you can see how much rehab does it need to make it to that condition, right? And then so you would go backward from there.
So what?
You just find something that's this one is
Yes.
similar condition than yours already.
It's working great.
So let's go see what's sold around the area too again. Right. I mean, I can't see this, but it seems like this is also a property management. It means it's a rental.
Yeah.
Probably close to yours. So I would probably start with this, saying that it sold in 2019 for 145, and assuming that the condition it's it's not hasn't been flipped or anything like that for rental. It's probably in similar condition as yours.
Yes.
So, and it says tenant occupied, right? So that's a rental right there. So you're comping your property as also a rental. So that would be a good comp right there in 2019. And then you just add appreciation, and I would probably add 10%, and so that's like what's 145 plus 15,000, about 160. Yeah. So that would be about 160 to 170. Just depending on like how hot your market is,
Okay.
right? So
Yeah, thank you kindly, Oscar. Appreciate your help.
Yeah, no problem. And if he says, oh, okay, worth like 272 and everything, because of what he found out I mean, probably if it's a landlord, he could probably find out about ARV2. You can find out about April 2021 here that sold for 272. You can tell him that, well, this one has a pool, this one is a better condition.
Hey, Oscar, y'all just threw something in the chat. Can you see the address you pulled up? Let's see if that's a comp.
Oh, yeah. And I'm sorry, Carolyn, I have to leave in like a couple of minutes. I have to take my daughter.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, 24 Zorak, right? That's what we're looking at right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, so we're on the same page there, right? Because AL just shoot me the one that we're looking at right now, right?
Yes.
ARV about 260. So we also told about that number 260 because we subtracting the pool, right? Yeah.
Yes.
It says AL says you should pay 160, 175 for the house. We did say 160 also, right? So we're pretty good there.
Thank you kindly. I appreciate it.
Yep, no problem.
All right, let's get to this next one here. Frankie, what you got?
Okay, well, Caroline, I gotta go. So
okay.
I'll have you take over if you don't mind.
All right, Frankie, let me go get over to my computer. How can I help you?
Hey, Caroline.
What's up, dude?
Thanks for today. Appreciate it.
Sure.
I got this property, right? First of all, I've been learning a lot from the comping Zooms, but this property, I'm having a hard time trying to find a comp. I was wondering if you could help me out here.
For sure, dude. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little unprepared. I didn't know Oscar had to go. Give me like 1 minute to grab this and get set up. So where is the property? Tell me about it.
It's in over here in Florida. I just I send you the address on the chat.
Okay.
This guy want to sell his property. He's around the 250 mark. He said it's negotiable. I mean, look at. Sorry, I'm in the gym.
So what did you find as your comps?
I found 19945 Borough Road, and then 37800 Torvai Road.
Okay. 1 second, pulling Zoom up on my computer, and we will get going.
Want me to send you the comps I found in the chat?
Hang on. Recording. Switching over. Oh, I was muted. Can you send me the comps or the address one more time in the chat? I switched to my computer and it doesn't have the address on here.
No, I got you right now.